Hello there. Welcome to episode 2 of What If Kale and Caulifia Were Born in Universe 7. Where we last left off was during the Android slash Cell saga. Our boy, Future Trunks, tells the group that soon Goku would land here. Soon they wait and wait, and then Trunks senses three keys instead of just the one. He notices the one, which is Goku, but the other two, they're so different. And one very is much troublesome. He's worried about the other one. And he's not for sure if they're friends or foes. So as soon as Goku and the other two Saiyan pods land, which surprised Vegeta the most because he wasn't for sure if there were any Saiyans left except for Goku and himself. So, as usual, Trunks tells Goku about the heart virus and gives him the medicine. Not only that, but also the 3 years time for the androids, two of them, to arrive and soon be built by the Red Ribbon Army. So after that, they do, you know, their usual thing, training. Well, Kale wants to still be with Goku for a second, because one, he knows her a little bit more, and two, he understands the anger. So she kind of trains with him, and Piccolo helps in this as well. So she has kind of a little bit of control of her berserker form. And she actually is interested in Gohan. And Goku actually tells her that he has something kind of similar to her, has a rage boost if ever be needed. So she kind of teaches Gohan of the reason why. So he kind of gets this a little bit berserker, but it's not actually berserker form in its entirety. It's more of like a little bit of a boost. It's not a fully developed form, unlike hers, which was one 100% natural, and two, he just pretty much learned it. But he's been also training with Piccolo, Goku, Kale, and Caulifia at some times. Vegeta is still not in the thing, but he does train with Caulifia. Well, he trains her. One, she's kind of interested in more of the history of the Saiyans in their time and what has happened. Well, after 3 years of time, they do get a little bit more stronger, especially Vegeta, Goku, Gohan, and the other two Saiyans are kind of a little bit more stronger than they would say. Again, I'm not going to do power things to kind of set the bar, but I would say Goku's kind of at like grade 2 or grade 3 level. Again, they don't know of these other Saiyan forms, they just at that point. Goku's at kind of like a stage 2 or stage 3 between there. Vegeta, he's now actually a Super Saiyan, so he's a Super Saiyan now. Caulifia obviously showing him that she can turn Super Saiyan 2. He kind of a little bit begged her to kind of train him to be a Super Saiyan. Also, in this scenario, Vegeta's not really in a romantic or really relationship wise formation with Caulifia. He's still interested in Bulma. So we're going to keep it as is. Soon the 3 years time kind of comes around, and this time it's not introduced with just two androids. It's four androids. Dr. Gero, 19, 18, and 17. So this is confusing to not only them, but also Trunks. He finally comes around this time, a little bit late. But this time, Goku's not dealing with the heart virus. One of the days when he was training with Kale, she went in her berserk form and kind of was going a little bit overboard, seducing Goku to actually suffering from the heart virus a little bit earlier, since he had to go more Super Saiyan than per usual. So, actually, Goku doesn't suffer from the heart virus during the fight of 19. And it's probably needed because, one, there's two more androids than per usual, but the androids are kind of playing it off. They're not actually in control here. They're more of, yeah, we'll play along because they're kind of a little bit bored, to be honest. And fight starts. Now, Goku fights Android 19. Kale kind of wants to fight Android 18. Caulifia by 17 Vegeta with Dr. Gero. Android 19 is pretty much dealt easily after he was known to absorb energy. Vegeta still kind of lets Gero go. He wanted to play with him, but in reality, he kind of still lets him go because Gero's just too smart, kind of, and just uses the energy to kind of, you know, run away as per usual. But as for 17 and 18, Caulifia wants to kind of show him what she's got as per Saiyan Pride. Kale, on the other hand, is kind of a little bit shy. She's kind of weirded out and actually wants to talk to 18. Which surprises 18. She wasn't for sure, but maybe these guys are a little bit different. But as per Dr. Gero's order, and to kind of play along with the game, she just kind of beats Kale, which enrages her to use her berserker form, which surprises both 18 and 17. 17 trying to assist 18, but as their plans of earlier, they rather have the androids separated to kind of not force them. Trunks just joined the scene and sees the two androids that were in his timeline. And trying to fight Android 17 as well. But Caulifia says she's got this, so he kind of butts out. But he was told that Dr. Gero did flee and Vegeta was right up his tail. So Trunks kind of follows Vegeta, his father. Ugh. Finally, Dr. Gero actually goes to his lab during this time and tries to activate Android 16. This time it doesn't happen as per usual. The upgrades of Android 16 are still in development, so it takes a while for the uploads of Android 16 to kind of work in progress. Which Vegeta blasts the door completely, and Trunks is there and Vegeta there and just blows up the lab to pretty much evaporate Dr. Gero and whatever project that he was starting up. They don't want more androids to deal. So after the end of that, they start fighting in different cities and try to separate the two other androids. During the fight, somebody flashed a solar flare during Kale's and Android 18's because they weren't really fighting to a sense and consume Android 18. During that time, she gets absorbed. And who is it? It's not Cell this time. He's now semi perfect Cell. And Goku tries to fight him. But he's a little bit more stronger this time. In Trunks' time, he wasn't really told of what the two Saiyans were or at or anything of that nature. But they did bug Goku a little bit later. Anyways, let's continue on. Now he's semi perfect Cell, and he told them that he's going to absorb 17, but Caulifia actually doesn't want this to happen. So she says to 17 to stop fighting and rather run away so that way the other guys can kind of fight Cell. So he and her kind of run away. After Semi Perfect Cell kind of beat the kind of group to much, he rather just play with his time and absorb more people to kind of get a little bit stronger. Especially against that Kale girl. She was new. So, uh, during that time, she actually talked. Coffee actually talks to 17 a little bit and get to know each other really well. And she kind of feels sorry for both 17 and 18. And she kind of softens to him. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Coffee should be in a relationship with 17? Or what's going to happen next? Will Cell finally get his perfect form? Or not? Or will he be defeated right here and right now? I'll see you guys later. Peace.